All right, I had a coach and we didn't really get along very well. I didn't really understand the philosophy. I didn't understand what we were doing. We didn't get along. But one thing that they did really stuck with me. One day at practice, we were working on finishes. We were coming to the wall, boom, stick it, stick it. Our sport's separated by tenths, hundredths of a second, so you got to learn to really time it and get into that wall. But a variation of what we did was when we came into the wall, we had to celebrate. We had to come up with a celebration, slap the water, get up on the lane rope, hop out of the pool like Kasper Stikowski at NCAAs after the 100 backstroke. We had to do something that showed we were excited that the work that we did all year has paid off. We even had one kid who swam into the wall, got out of the pool, walked all the way up around to the bleachers. The team's like, what is going on? Well, it is his celebration that he's quitting the team. Like, this is backfiring. We got to stop this before it gets out of hand. But he walks up into the bleachers, sits down in the first row, crosses his legs, and applauds himself. I don't know if this was premeditated, if he already knew that this was a funny celebration he wished he could do. But I challenge you to show me something more creative that has happened in swimming. Leave it in the comments. If I agree, I will Venmo you $5. But for a long time and for some weird reason, swimming has decided to have this act like you've been there before, too cool for school, don't celebrate attitude. Celebrations are reserved for when you make an Olympic team, when you win an NCAA final, when you win an Olympic medal. And those things don't happen that often. They happen to a very small subset of the population in swimming. And if that's not you, you have to keep this straight face after hitting the wall, turning and looking at the time and seeing that all of this work that you've put in, the early mornings, the cold pools, has finally paid off. Sit there straight-faced, nod at the clock, lean over to your mates that you just swam with, went real British for some reason, and then get out of the pool, walk over to your coach, maybe give him a fist bump, and then you start talking about what you did wrong in the race. It's without a doubt some of the dumbest shit that we do in this sport. But no more. Baseball is bat flipping home runs. They're throwing their bats around. I'm not saying we should be taking our goggles off and throwing them across the pool. Not saying that, so boom, disclaimer, it's in there, coaches. You can't get mad at me. We've got NFL defenses on turnovers running all the way down to the other end zone and posing for the camera. NCAA football teams have turnover chains. Swimming needs to put this too cool for school attitude aside and get exciting. Because here's the thing. I know for a fact that swimming has some huge personalities in it. We've got kids that are swimming races looking up at the board and going, I wish I could celebrate. I know this because I've been there before. I celebrated one time in my entire career. I finally went under 2 minutes in the 200 breaststroke. I turned around, looked at the clock, and realized it. I was like, oh, wow, that all that hard work really paid off. And then I turned and gave the most half slap on the water you've ever seen in your life. I wish I had gotten out of the pool, walked up in the bleachers, sat in the first row, and clapped for myself. Even if it had taken until the next heat had started and it looked like I was just cheering on other competitors, it still would have been more exciting and more memorable than my little dinky water splash party that I threw for myself after accomplishing a huge goal in my career. Now, I've seen celebrations starting to pop up a little bit more after NAG records and stuff, but start visualizing your celebrations. Start allowing yourself to react the way that you're feeling within reason. Start allowing yourself to show emotion and not hide it inside of you. This sport is full of bad that work their off all year long for maybe 1-2 shots at reaching their goal. You reach that goal, go up in the stands and clap for yourself. I'll be clapping for you too. See ya. Hold on. Whoa. Pause. One more quick thing. Remember, next time you don't celebrate, remember the kind of message that sends to people. The message that you're sending is that what you're doing does not matter enough to you to be excited and show that you're excited. So cut loose. Get wild. Pump your fist in the air. Like the video. Subscribe for more content. This time for real. I'll see you next time. Whoom.